Hey guys, welcome back to the video, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you all how to fight with nunchucks, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun today with this because, well, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna show you all some of the, I'm gonna show you all, really how to transition from maybe coming from here to here to here, and it's just, there's a lot of different things. And also I'm going to be showing you all another thing that I made up last night that I figured out that actually works really well. But let's go ahead and start with that. So remember, throw it to the side just in case, and you can come here. Coming at you, you can smash and everything, so you're not here and just having to swing wherever. So you're gonna always want to start out with like this, simply because they're coming at you. You can always aim and sling. But anyways, on to the thing that I came up with last night. I figured out something really cool. If you can sling it back, bounce it off. Once you bounce it off, you can actually graze your side right here. And then as it grazes, you can kind of yank it to the side a little bit and it'll come out. So it'll come out like this, and it'll be an easier transition rather than doing this and then having to come out through the side. So all you would have to do is, just bring it down to the side, twist to the side, and then boom, you're right here. You need to come back, come up through here and catch it. Now, I'm going to say one thing. A lot of times, if you're not able to, you're going to want to learn, not able to catch it with this hand, you're going to want to learn how to just catch it with your shoulder like this, which that's what I'm going to be doing all today. I'm not going to be catching it like this all the time. So if I do transition today, I want you all to practice this. You're going to go through here, catch. So through here, catch. Bring it through the side, up here, and then you can do this. But I want you, for the right arm for right now, to catch it with your arm, alright? The reason why is because this is going to help out with the transitioning, because catch it like this and then immediately you're going to be able to go off the neck. And which it will be very difficult to do going off the neck, because if you don't hit it right, you can hit your jugular, and then you could possibly damage your throat. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's warm up. Maybe swing your nunchucks around a little bit. Swing them around. Heck, even I do this. It may look stupid, but I still do it. Kind of get your wrist going a little bit. Come over here to this side, just kind of slinging around this wrist. And another exercise I think is pretty darn cool. So you would hold it like this and then swing it. Kind of gets your wrist moving a little more. Go to the other side and start doing it. And then maybe just go ahead and just do a couple of these real quick, just to help warm up. And what I figured out that you can also do is, as you're doing this, if you can start just to exercise your fingers a little bit, if you can do this while you're swinging it, that'll help exercise your fingers a little more. And so yeah, let's just do this for about a little bit just to warm up. Alright, now let's go to the other arm. Catch it and do this. Now, I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, then that's when you start doing the fingers. Now, with the left hand, you don't really want to do the fingers necessarily. There's a different exercise for that, which I'll get to after we get done doing a couple of these. Alright, now, to exercise with the left hand, you want to do this. Here, 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 here. or you can really do whatever. And after that, you're also going to want to just shake them up a little bit, shake your wrist a little bit. Do whatever you're going to want to warm up so you're nice and loosened right. Now what I want you to do for this next little exercise to help loosen you up, nunchucks like this, and then do some circles. Alright, let's do them backwards. Alright, let's couple these. Alright, and now we're ready to go. Alright, so now what we're going to do, just like in the exercise, we're going to start out with learning how to transition from here. Which this one I think is quite easy to transition from, because if you're coming through here and you want to come up and hit the shoulder, all you have to do, go up diagonally kind of, and then here you go, you have the upward motion. Alright, you transition from here, swing sideways, you go down to the leg, you can do really whatever you want, starting from here, because here's the thing, I think this way is the easiest way to transition, because you're coming from here, because then automatically, and then you can go from there. So, yeah, let's start practicing a couple of these, start going fast. And if you've been practicing and not just going from episode to episode, you should be able to do these pretty darn hard now. And so, I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of times whenever I go, I have my thumb right here, close to the end right here. And that's because I'm showing you all warm-ups now. This episode, I'm going to head down here. Which this is the fun part, because now I have to redo everything. And whenever I come through here, I have to let this part right here hit right here, so I can bounce it off without hurting myself. So yeah. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some figure eights. Now, this is another one I want you to learn. It's quite easy. See how I'm going back over here? A lot of the spinning techniques, you're going to want to get closer to the nunchuck, or to the end of the first nunchuck, or the one that you're holding, so you can spin a lot quicker and not have to worry about this one. Because see, if I do this, I have to move my wrists a lot more, and it causes it to go slower, believe it or not. So we're going to have to hold it at the end this time, spin it, and then we're going to do this, alright, before we learn how to do the figure eights. Because you're going to want to know how to come from here to here, here, here to here, alright? And which, that's going to be the first combo I'm going to show you all, alright? So anyways, this is basically the figure eights. You're going to want to go down. Notice how I'm putting my hand up. My arm up. The reason why I put this up is because notice whenever I come back, I'm getting a little more closer. So that's also why, and also the fact that it adds a little more protection to your face. Ouch. Okay, I hit myself in the head. Now, a lot of times, what your initial reaction is going to be to doing this, because you're getting pretty darn close to your face on a lot of occasions. And I dropped them. But anyways, a lot of first reaction is to kind of like move your head to the side, or do something like that, especially like whenever you're coming up here, kind of to like move down. That's a lot of times the first reaction, but that's improper. So you always need to remember, just remember to keep control of the nunchucks, in which I'm clumsy, so I have a lot of problems with nunchucks since I'm clumsy, but I still I still can whip someone's hand in with them, because I've been doing it for about a year. Well, I stopped for a year and then I came back to them. It's complicated, but anyways, now every once in a while, I want you to switch bars. So I've been using this one for a while because I noticed this because this part's getting cold. So I'm gonna switch over here. All right. And also, I mostly know which one I've been using, and I know which one I'm using because of right here there are indentations for this, and one of them is, they're both just very different from each other. So yeah, I have the tape on the outside for both comfort and a little more so I'm not getting splinters constantly. But anyways, so yeah, as soon as you're able to do figure eights, which you can pause the video real quick and you can do a couple figure eights, and then after that we're gonna go over to another version of a figure eight. I guess you can call it that. But alright, so now we're gonna go up to the next figure eight. Now, notice with the other one I was close up here and then I was doing this number. This one you want to move down to about right here. So then you're left with this. Now these ones are mostly to come up and hit them in the nose, the chin, maybe break something while you're at it. Now the reason why I want you all to go and do underhand down here is because, see, it's a lot more difficult to do it up the higher up you are, because you have to have another way of controlling it. So I want you to start down here, and then whenever you're comfortable, start moving your way up to finally you're right here doing this ordeal. So now we're going to come up here, right? And it's kind of easy. You're going to go up, down. And if you end up doing it forwards, it's okay. Mistakes happen. So then you're going to come here. And I especially like this one. I sometimes call it the staff because if you get enough momentum, things stay straight like this and it will not stop. It won't do this, it won't bend, it'll stay straight. And so yeah, if you notice whenever you're doing stuff like this, sometimes yeah, it will stay straight, but you don't get the full effect because sometimes it'll be a little more slack in here and you have to kind of like reposition to keep it there. Alright, so go ahead, pause the video and do that for a little bit if you need to start practicing, because now we're gonna do the first combo that I want you all to know. Alright, so what you all are gonna want to do is start out like this, and then it goes from here to here. Alright, so you sling it around your waist. Remember this, alright? Because if they go for a high kick or a high punch, they do really anything to go towards your face. You gotta, as I like to call it, sometimes you gotta protect your computer. You can get down here a lot, but up here, you do not want to get up here. It will mess you up. So just remember. And whenever you come up here, you want to kind of take your arm down. And I need to focus the camera. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, believe it or not, sound funny, you're going to want to sling it away. Because here's the thing. You don't want to do this because then the whole time you're kind of not really seeing. But if you do this, here's the thing. As soon as it's way back here, they come forward, you can snap down. Just in case, but that's another thing. So remember, you start out here, down, up, here. Do you know why I'm doing this? If you don't know, the reason why is because, remember that video how I said I was just going to catch you with this arm? Well, not for this form. So what you're going to do is to hold it like this, because here's the thing. If you hit them like this, boom, 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 if you hit them, most likely it will be this thing where they'll kind of like get knocked back, and if they do not start to either walk off or go, bro, I'm sorry, and just start to run off, they're going to come at you, and you're going to do this. You're going to sling it down, and if they jump back, remember this one? Then you'll come out and you'll whip them at the end, just like you're shooting out a bullet, basically. And you can hit it. You can catch it low to hit them low. You can catch it high to hit them high. But now what you're going to do is, for this next part, I want you to do a couple more exercises, right? I want you to grab your finger and put it right here. If you have chains, what I want you to do is I want you to grab it right here, alright? And with chains, I want you to do this number, alright? So if chains, I want you to do this for the next stretch. If you have rope, you're going to put your finger right here, and you're going to sling it to the side. Now, you could also, I guess you could use this for defense. If you do, it's like going to be, self-defense, I guess. Now, if you're using the metal, I guess you can use it for, you can definitely use it for self-defense, because it is basically a stick at that point, which if you know how to use stick, then you're good. But if you have string or a rope, you just gotta remember, coming right through here, it's gonna be your best stretch, and you can use this for self-defense, but I would not recommend it. Now you're gonna come over to the other arm, swing it. If you have chains, you're gonna do this, alright? But I have a rope, so I'll do this. Alright? Now, next up, what we're going to do is we're going to learn something. I think it may be somewhat fun. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do another little, what's it called? What would you call it? It's not a form. It's more of, I'll just call it a quick draw. Basically, if you're not able to do this in time, what you can do is you start it out like this, upside down. You start back here, so you'll do this, and you can do that. The only thing is, though, I don't want you to do this. Just drop it and then swing. So don't do this. You want to start from back here, so you can get a little more speed, a little more strength. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. The reason why we don't just dangle it down at first is, like, you can, but I want you to swing your arm around and actually get enough speed so you're not letting it down and then swinging it around. Because I know if you have completely metal ones, doing this number and just dropping it will make it a little more hard. So you're always going to want to make sure to sling it around, alright? By slinging around, I mean, from right here, if you want to take it out, you're going to want to basically do what I would call a rich hand first, then sling them out. Now, notice how every time I'm doing this, or doing that, now, that is what I like to call a first defense sling. Basically, what is happening there is it's like this one, except it's more of an axe motion, and you also spin it around a lot more. And it's really good for kind of like warning off something. And I need to focus my camera again. Okay, but it's more for doing something like a warning / warding off. You can use it for self-defense. It's just noted if a lot of times if I don't do this, it's either for immediate self-defense or don't really want to use it. And also, now if I were to fight, I always would keep it up right here, at least close to your chin. Because let me tell you places that you can get hit and then get knocked out. Here, off the jaw, right here, believe it or not, right here. Here, both temples, basically, with nunchucks, you can knock someone out a lot because of they spread over a wide area, and I need to focus my camera. They spread over a wide area, and if you hit right here, I'm just going to say you're a freaking legend. You are a legend if you can somehow hit right here and just right here with your nunchucks, which I've only done it once, and that was on myself on accident. It hurt a lot. So basically, those are level 3 pressure points, believe it or not. I always like to know where the pressure points are in someone's head, simply because whenever you're with nunchucks, they spread over a wide area. And if you can figure out how to do it, you can figure out, oh wait, under the chin, hit it with the, and then if you hit it with the end, and under the chin, hit that pressure point just hard enough, they get knocked out from the pain. Next up, you have the temples. That's why you'll see me doing a lot of this, because this is extremely effective when you're trying to hit someone's temples. Because if you do it quick enough and you go towards them, or if you have it spread it out, if you hit them right in the temples with this, they're going to go out. Next up, as you know, the top one, which, remember this part? That's what that's for. Sorry about these. But yeah, that's what that's for, to sling over and hit them on the top of the head. Now, notice how I caught these? A lot of times what you can do is, if you think that's a finisher for a fight, you hit the head, and if you do miss, you can always hit it over here and end like this to get ready to pistol whip them, I guess you can call it. Or you could catch it in the back, and then from there you can go from the side down, in which I showed you all that. Pretty sure in episode 2. Remember, over, which that's going to be the next form that we're going to be adding that on to. So, start out the form, as usual, come up, so remember, down, up, this one you're going to go right away to this. You're going to bring it under, over, or if you feel like it, whenever you catch it like this, you bring it over, under. Or, other thing you can do, you can go ahead and start spinning it to the side. You can get in the right range, over, under. And if you feel like it, you can also go and spin it a couple times around your head. Now, what I like about this one is whenever you bring it over, you'll always have, because I use this analogy in one of my videos, like if you were to shoot going downhill, the bullet goes faster. Throw a basketball, whatever downhill, it will start rolling, 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 getting faster until it hits the bottom, and then it stops. Well, it doesn't stop, it still keeps on going unless it's a bullet. But anyways, so yeah, you're gonna bring it over and sling down. So under, over, slash down. So let's go over this form again. Here, boom, boom. No, I already messed up. Haven't done this one a lot. So, boom, boom, boom. Off to the side, over, under. Right? Remember, over, under. Or if you need to do it quick, over, under. But a lot of times, the reason why I'll add spins to something, because there's someone coming right here, someone's coming right here, they're closer, over, under. So you act like you're going to go for him, and so finally, over, under. Well, really it's over, but, so call it under. But, I'm going to teach you all one more thing before I end this video. And that is something, I think this part's really cool. What you're going to want to do is for just regular exercise, you're going to want to spin this quickly. And then from here, from spinning it, you're going to want to sling it to the side. And then start up from here. Under, swinging it, going under, bring it over, swing it down. Come up here, down. Come down here. If you want to go to the leg, go ahead. Go ahead, hit the leg, you know, whatever. Maybe, heck, maybe even bounce it off the arm. Which I do not recommend because it does pinch and it does hurt. So yeah, that hurt. But I still haven't mastered completely doing the arm, which I know I'm supposed to do that, but sometimes with the slack, you have to do it kind of wrong. But a lot of times, if you can hit here, if you can sling it under, give yourself a little more force, someone's coming this way, hit it to the side, spin a little bit to counteract force, and also because someone's behind you, if you can do the spin, it kind of will make them either go back or try hitting the punch further, which do that, you spin around, they go to do the punch, bring it back over, and hit it down. So go ahead and practice that real quick. So, and I just hit my bed, and neither my nunchucks or my bed got damaged. Good bed. So yeah, you're gonna want to remember that part, because if there's no one behind you, then you don't need an extra little part. Someone is. And then after that, you can maybe catch it like, you can do it, you can catch it like this, bounce it off, and hit them under the jaw. But let's go ahead, let's go ahead and practice that. So remember, you're gonna come over here, pop them in the jaw. So you're gonna do this. Now whenever we're doing this, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, unless you do it right, you're gonna hit yourself in the arm or in the hand, which I've just done that all 3 times. Well, every time that I just did this, except for last time, I've hit myself either on the elbow or the wrist. So yeah. But thank you all for watching, and hope you all have a good day. See you later.